500 just on some gear. I don't on my pill. Just as a hit, just off from the real. I smoke, but I see that clear. Met a bump, only man that I feel. Leveled up, we in 2 different tiers. Lost so much just in 2 different years. Yeah, I hide in my bag, now I'm gone. Ain't no way I can cap in my songs. Free new birds till they send them my home. Where I'm from, gotta keep you. All the hating, I don't condone. Smell it strong like a long. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. I'm grown, I'm a CEO. You scream. The Venus, I might tell a color some water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the beat. I just pulled up with a D, but she bougie. Be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching, these facts and speaks. No chicken butt on the back of my sneakers. This on my old just like Ace from the clean street. I still got Ace from the teacher, stepped out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Right now alone, it was too many. We ain't the same, man, I'm one of a kind. Yeah, my slime, you ain't one of my guys. Recognize when see the fake in disguise. Think I was just pain in my eyes. Wondering why they be telling these lies. Ain't no goodbye, straight to cutting these ties. Mama say praying always to be wise. I hope they don't test me. I was just smart, never needed a tutor. Plus I'm street smart, keep up. Benjamin, I get my pockets a tumor. Got used to baller, but I ain't no hooper. Can't go outside, got me here for my children. Can't go out bad, I step like a trooper. I do the dash, woo woo, that's a trooper. Cartier's on, I see what's in my future. I cannot catch this for life on the track. I came in through the back, Louis V on my back. Sharp as attack, these shoes cost me a rack. I said, let's just see sending them back. And don't feel like I'm winning, I need me a plaque. Live life like a lineman, I need me a. Right beside me, this Cody and Zach. Gotta ran it up like you saying on the track. This stream. Venus, I might tell a color some water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the beat. I just pulled up with a D, but she bougie. They be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest.
Boom! Okay, you know, that boom feels like a little much. You win every time. Well, and maybe winning should feel like less of an event.
Every time feels like the first time. Boom!
Yo, y'all up for some doubles? Hey, yo, Lula, no, I'm not good at this thing.
Yeah, let's go. I'm always ready to take the basketball team down a peg.
Why you say that?
Because, you know.
I don't. You? Yeah, they think we walk around like we own the place.
Because everyone treats you like we do. Boom!
Oh, I told you I was bad at this game. Now I'm starting to live up to it. All right. I don't act like that.
Because you're new. You'll change.
But you act like that, right? Not yet, but apparently it's fate. But who am I to argue with fate?
Oh,
come on. You've been
doing that. Yes.
All right, look. Serious.
Big game coming up, boys. First game, right? You nervous?
Yeah. College is a new game. It's a big step, but my dad taught me to respect it.
Ellie, hey, we gotta get to practice.
Oh, that's because I was winning.
What's your name?
Junior. Hey, what if we win this next game and me and you do something together?
And if you lose?
Then we don't.
Text me after your game.
So when's the wedding?
You was just scared to say so. Ellie.
And welcome. It's time for college basketball, brought to you by 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Oklahoma Sooners going up against the Syracuse Orange. I'm Forrest Hunt, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we are just as excited as you are to see what this game has in store.
One great thing about college basketball, anything can happen. Scouting reports and standings are all well and good, but it's really a surprise every time.
Absolutely. I mean, these players are all improving at a rapid rate at this stage of their careers, and because of that, you can never count out an underdog.
Here's Conley. Pass to Bailey. Five to shoot. Conley. The three-pointer off the mark. Thompson outside. Now Miller. Here's Wolf. Parked down low that time. He got hit with the 3-second call.
You know, there have not been a lot of pros come out of Oklahoma, but the ones that have made it have left their mark on the league because they typically were dominant as college players.
Evans. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Thompson outside. Pass to Wolf. Now here's Miller. Junior with it. Defended by Vincent. Back to Miller. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Sooners. Well, and as you said, the current Sooners in the NBA were all forces of nature when they were in college.
Blake Griffin, Trae Young, and Buddy Hield, each of them either winning or considered for National Player of the Year. Not a bad representation in the NBA at all.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's Conley from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Junior.
Well, you know, the Orange have one title for all their success in college hoops, and they've had plenty over the years. They got it done in 2003, crowned as champions. Melo led the way. It was an absolutely fantastic tournament run. It really was a crowning achievement for the program. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Bailey. Outside Barrett. Over to the left wing. Here's Conley. That one a little long. And you guys, beyond Melo, there were a handful of other players on that team that would go on to play Pro Bowl.
They beat some tough teams in the tournament as well. It was a long-awaited moment for Orange fans. Those who were around will never forget that 2003 team. And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
Pass to Thompson. And here's Miller. It's stolen by Evans.
Well, for a long time, Syracuse has been a major player in college hoops. They've been a tough competitor since the 70s. Very rarely will they not be a presence in the tournament at the end of the season.
Now here's Barrett. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Conley. 6 to shoot. Goes up, high post. Controls the rebound and puts it back in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Wolf. To the middle. Junior left side. Out to Thompson. There's the three. And again, it's the Orange from deep.
Boy, big three-point bucket that time from Thompson. And that kind of accuracy from beyond the arc makes him an attractive NBA prospect.
Barrett with it. Nice D from Miller. As you said with the Orange, they've been successful for decades.
When you think about program cornerstones, you've got to think Dave Bing for the Syracuse Orange. I mean, this Hall of Famer spent 3 years with the Orange and was dominant in his time. I really believe he laid the first foundational bricks for what became an outstanding basketball program at Syracuse. I don't think there's any question about it. Carmelo Anthony, clearly the most famous Orange graduate, but you know what? There have been a fair amount of NBA players that have come from that program as well.
Syracuse will usually have a player or two that could play at the next level. Often they'll recruit players who will be great in college.
Thompson outside. The three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Pass to Evans. Back to Norris. Bailey, defended by Miller. Now here's Evans. Junior grabs the miss. To the inside. Here's Dean. That shot off. Good work defensively by Norris. Here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot's good by Vincent.
You know, one thing that Syracuse has really contributed to basketball is their zone defense. As a matter of fact, it's hard to watch a team play 2-3 zone and not think about Syracuse. They played that defense effectively for as long as Boeheim has been the coach there.
For a long time, it was a hallmark of the Orange. The 2-3 zone forces teams to beat you from the outside as they crowd the paint. The Orange made it successful by closing out quickly on the shooters and never giving up those easy shots.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the whistle. Foul on the Oklahoma Sooners. It's his first trip to the line. Both shots good from the stripe. The Sooners trailing. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Norris. Right side, Vincent. Here's Conley, guarded by Dean. Clock at 6. With the floater, and the layup is up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Orange. And through the first half of play, what about Junior's performance stands out?
You know, he's been extremely active, and the results been a bit mixed, which is kind of what you expect from a young player.
Yeah, you know, in the battle for possessions, he's playing big, coming up big. His rebounding has been a real bright spot, but the turnovers, not so much.
Syracuse, you guys, no stranger to tough competition. They switched conferences back in 2013, and they've always played tough competition.
The Orange aren't shy about wanting to play against the best opponents possible. The conference switch dampened some of their great rivalry games, but without a doubt, they are in one of the elite college basketball conferences.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the 3 in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Back to Miller. Thompson. Pass to Junior. Outside Miller. Back to Junior. Just 5 to shoot. Good work there as it goes.
It's all about keeping one's balance, like watching Junior accept the hit and still be able to finish.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Bailey. Launches a three. And the Sooners hit again from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
And here's Junior, guarded by Barrett. Here's Junior. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and he'll go to the line.
And you know, the freshman from Newark, they call him Junior. He was a football player for a few years, but then switched to basketball his senior year in high school. Getting an invite to play with this program seems like a good switch for him.
And you see the talent that Junior already has. It makes you wonder why he didn't switch from football sooner.
And you can't ignore the strength that Junior shows on the court. The nuance of the game will just come with time. But this program sees something in him and feels he could be a blue chip prospect.
On offense, here are the Orange. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming for him. It's on Underwood.
You know, what I like most about Junior is how he stays confident, composed, and focused. I mean, even when he's going through a tough stretch, for a young player that's just developing, he's got a lot of self-confidence.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And Davidson, here we go. No good that time. So it's Syracuse with it. To the paint. Here's Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Well, that's exactly what his coaches want from him. They want Junior attacking the rim and playing with energy at that end of the floor.
Back to Davidson. Bailey beyond the arc. Nelson grabs the miss.
And, you know, this Oklahoma Sooners basketball program really came into prominence, I think, in the late 80s. That's the first time they were a big name on the modern national stage.
And in 1988, the Sooners were runners-up in the title game. That team featured a handful of future pro players. Oklahoma's still looking for that first championship.
Underwood, defended by Dennis. Outside Barrett. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Junior. Syracuse in the lead. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And the rebound goes to the Sooners. Here they come. Here's Barrett. Count it. And they'll have a chance for the three-point play.
Shooting one.
Pass to Evans. Outside Vincent. Norris. Back to Vincent for three. Jackson grabs the board.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Well, this marks the first contest with the school for Junior. He hasn't been playing organized ball for too long, but he has learned very quickly.
Hey, there's no denying it. He's a bit raw, without question, but the coaching staff thinks he'll improve rapidly. The athleticism and skill, evident and obvious, just a matter of time before he smooths it out. You got to remember now, he only played 1 year in high school.
And that one drops for him.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
The Sooners leading. Outside Norris. Pass to Bailey for three. It's hauled in by Junior. Here's Thompson. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Conley. Inside. Vincent makes it off the glass.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
On offense, here are the Orange. Pass to Wolf. Now Junior, defended by Vincent. Outside Miller. Here's Jackson. Three-pointer is on target.
And a freshman out of California, guard Red Thompson. Not a major recruit by most listings, but he can play. Another solid young option for this team.
Time called here. The Sooners decide to talk it over. And Thompson a bit flighty on the court, or at least that's the scouting report. But which freshman players aren't like that?
You know, the coaching staff sees something in him, and they might be on to something here. You look at Thompson, they were very excited to add him to the list of incoming freshmen. I think he'll be a big part of what this program does and becomes the next couple of years.
To the left wing, here's Vincent. And another miss by Oklahoma. Syracuse trailing here. It's Red Thompson on the wing. And good that time.
Big time delivery that time from Thompson on a team with a lot of quality options. They love knowing that Thompson can go get them a bucket when they need it too.
Outside Barrett. And that one is good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Wolf. Back to Miller. Down low. It's stolen by Evans. And you guys, Junior being named a starter for this team right off the bat. Did that catch you off guard, or did you see that coming?
Well, there isn't a doubt that Junior will be great eventually. There's an argument to be made that he should have been eased into big minutes, but Coach trusted the impact that Junior has on the floor from the get-go.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's going to go on Vincent.
Well, you can see Junior's grit right there. His willingness to get physical, meet the contact, and draw fouls. That bodes well for his future and actually bodes well for the present, too.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
To the inside. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring them within 3.
Boy, that was enormous. Big-time shot from Junior, and he wanted it.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 5-point game. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And they go to the intentional foul. A nice job nailing the first of the 1-and-1, so he'll now have a second chance. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game. Now Miller from deep. It's off. So the Sooners win it.
And a lot of attention on Junior's ascension. This game could certainly be viewed as a bump in the road.
Certainly was not his best performance. He couldn't give them what they needed to get the win. I do believe he's got to play better, and I think he knows that too.
And that concludes our broadcast. Thanks for being with us. Catch you next time.
All right, that's not a good start. Junior, when we don't win, the pressure ratchets up and questions start to creep in.
What do you mean?
From the media, from the fans, and most importantly, from the guys in this locker room. Respect is earned, and our coaching staff is expecting you to become a leader on this team. That's why we brought you in.
I get it, Coach, no question. There's one loss. We're gonna come together.
Listen, this team's gonna go as far as you can take us. I'm gonna need you to own that.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
What did Coach have to say?
I don't like this feeling, Red.
Look, you keep spitting out numbers like you did tonight, and you ain't gonna like where your draft status is heading either.
Yeah, we just gotta win, that's it.
I'm saying you want to play on a higher level, right? I don't care if it's football, basketball, anything. I don't even care if it's one of the top leagues. We're still talking about all-stars from every state, every country for the last 15 years. There is no let up. You got to be ready for that.
What makes you think I'm not ready?
Just asking me that question tells me you're not ready.
Because I'm not afraid enough?
It's better as a start. That's right, because outperforming just your teammates, that's not going to cut it no more, right? What happens when you feel overwhelmed? Because that's going to happen. What happens when you feel like it's just not clicking? What do we do then?
Work when you're on the clock ain't work.
Thank you. Okay, so you do listen sometimes. All right, not wasting my time. Look, son. Respect. Thanks for that. Look, your ceiling is sky high. I believe in you with everything I got, but you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in your talent. You gotta show commitment if you want to cash in on this.
I am committed.
All right, I believe that. I believe that. I also know there's always more for us to do. Always. Let's go.
You scream, this Venus, I might tell a palace. Water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as they be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and beats. Don't drink a bottle on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the Cleveland Street. I still got Ace from the teacher, stepped out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Right now alone, it was 2 minutes. I ship it off like a message. Time to heat this up, what's the temperature? For some reason, they all on my cellular. Can't lose, so don't be a competitor. With your 392's not the testament. It's a habit hustling on a regular. You know that was your... Like how my neck look like a chandelier. I mean how my neck look like a chandelier. Drop 2,500 just on some gear. I don't... You know my bill. Since that's a head too far from the real. I slow, but I see that clear. Man above only man that I feel. Leveled up, we in 2 different tiers. Lost so much just in 2 different years. Yeah, I hide in my bag, now I'm gone. Ain't no way I can cap in my songs. Free new birds till they send them my home. Where I'm from, gotta keep you. All the hate, I don't condone. Smelling strong like a long. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. I'm grown, I may CEO. You scream, this Venus, I might tell a palace. Water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap 20,000 on the I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as
Thanks for joining us as we get set for 2K Sports' presentation of college basketball. And tonight, it'll be the West Virginia Mountaineers going up against the Syracuse Orange. I'm Forrest Hunt. Joining me are Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And guys, does watching these games take you back to your college days?
Absolutely it does. You instantly get caught back up in all the excitement, and it also doesn't hurt when those memories are taking you back to a championship season.
Yeah, you know, it does bring up some great memories, and it's always fascinating to see how much has changed and how much really has stayed the same, status quo, with these schools.
And the bucket is good.
Hey, you got to give Pearson credit, recognizing the overcommitment and then taking advantage of that to burn the defense.
Thompson, he's guarded by West. Pass to Junior. And it's going to be 2 free throws, drawing the contact on the shot. And guys, Junior is as raw of a player as they get. He didn't start playing organized ball until recently, but this program believes in him.
And you know, he only played his senior year of high school as far as basketball goes, but that was enough to impress this coach to offer him a spot on the team. And you can see the raw athleticism and the skills are starting to come along nicely too.
Pearson outside to the inside. And Stevenson gets it to go.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
And it's Syracuse's ball. Thompson outside. The 3. Drops in the tray.
And we knew what Thompson was thinking here. It's no secret he's out to distinguish himself as a top college prospect from beyond the arc.
And here's Pearson from the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Here's Jackson. It's Red Thompson on the wing. To the middle. Jackson. That shot's good on the assist by Red Thompson.
You know, Thompson is really an effective combo guard, but in addition to his scoring ability, his passing skills are impressive too.
Pass to Harden. Puts up a 3. He's off on that one. And it's the Orange taking it the other way.
Syracuse has 1 title to its name, but a lot of near misses too. Clearly, you look at the tournament history for the Orange, a lot of highs and lows for sure.
Outside West. Here's Harden. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Junior.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
You guys, the Orange also winning some titles before there was a standardized tournament.
The school was claimed to be the champions in 1918 and 1926. That might be when the school fell in love with the hardwood. They've had plenty of runner-up finishes and semifinal exits in their storied history.
Now here's West. Pass to Harden. 6 on the shot clock to stop the run. This is the layup. Syracuse in the lead. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's West. Shoots over Miller, and the Mountaineers miss again. Here's Thompson, and Thompson with the slam.
And without a doubt, the big name from West Virginia is Jerry West, the man who would go on to become the logo of the NBA. He's all over the record book for the Mountaineers.
West Virginia calls timeout. Guys, when you talk about Jerry West and West Virginia, he is an absolute hero for the school.
He was not just a hero for the school, but for the entire state. Jerry West put basketball on the map for West Virginia. I can't imagine anybody impacting the game for the Mountaineers more than he did.
Pearson outside. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent vision that time. Pearson sizing up the defense and just taking what he sees. Good read.
Outside, Nelson. Dennis. Pass to Junior. And Paul pulls it down. The Mountaineers trail. Pearson with it. Miller covering. Tavares off with the layup. Here's Syracuse now. Here's Junior, the steal. And they're moving it up. Moving it up. Hernandez gets the bucket.
Then talk about 20/20 vision. Seeing the floor. If you're open, White will find you.
You know, they've come close on a few occasions in the past, but West Virginia is still looking for its first title. In 1959, they were runners-up, and they made the Final Four in 2010.
Pass to Tavares. Back to Pearson.
Well, I like seeing Pearson keep things simple. When he does that, the game comes really naturally to him, making good use of the in-between area there.
For the Mountaineers, they are rarely a high seed. They've never been a #1 seed.
They were a 2 seed in 2010 and a 3 seed in 2016. Other than that, they are usually not ranked that high. But they're building something here and they're pushing for that first title.
Junior. That shot off. So the Mountaineers will take it the other way. Here's Tavares. Pass to Pearson. Here's Tavares. Hernandez. He's guarded by Nelson.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Down low. Here's Junior. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And you gotta love how Junior fights to keep the play alive. He's a college star now, but deep down, he's still that scrappy high school kid.
Here's Hernandez. The three-pointer off the mark. The popularity of the Mountaineers in West Virginia, some die-hard fans of this school.
And there aren't any pro teams in the state, so this is the only show in town. West Virginia is all in on their Mountaineers. Not just in hoops, but in all sports.
White outside. Back to Pearson. Right wing. Paul. Offline with the three. Here comes the break. Here's Junior. The shot's good. West making the play.
And that's a good glimpse of Kai's tremendous court vision. Sees the open man and gets it to him before the D has a chance to react.
Timeout called here. The Mountaineers decide to talk things over.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for them.
Pearson with it. Pass to Harden. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. It's going to be on Junior. These are his first free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes both.
Well, I really like the package that Red Thompson has. He's not really flashy, but uber effective. He's a combo guard, has a real nose for scoring, can knock it down from outside or attack the rim effectively.
Here's Wolf. Back to Miller. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Speaking of Thompson, he doesn't give you much on defense, but his offense is the selling point.
His defense should improve, but you can live with where he's at. Fortunately, he more than makes up for it with his skill set on the offensive end. He's a natural shot creator for himself as well as for others.
Here's Jackson. The shot that time, not on target. And the Mountaineers going the other way now. And here's Pearson from the arc. Thompson outside. And Thompson with the slam.
Well, Red's been a really quick study, a fast learner in how to exploit angles to be an effective scorer inside. That includes being able to play through contact.
Here's Brand. Pass to Harden. It's hauled in by Junior. So it's Syracuse with it.
Well, the West Virginia team has seen some improvement the last few years. Several strong seasons in a row. They were right in line for a high seed before the virus canceled the tournament.
Now here's West. Defense right on him, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Jackson. 11 points in the game. Outside Miller. Thompson. He's guarded by West. Thompson outside. Pass to Junior. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And with the Mountaineers, they've had some great recruiting classes.
Boy, this team is improving and the future is really bright. I think they've got a great coach in place and there's a lot of excitement around the program.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, what I like most about Junior is how he stays confident, composed, and focused. I mean, even when he's going through a tough stretch, for a young player that's just developing, he's got a lot of self-confidence.
Timeout called here. The Mountaineers decide to talk things over.
And the lack of rim.
And stolen by Junior. Oh my goodness, what a slam from Junior. Where did that come from?
I did not expect to see that tonight. That was a dunk contest level throwdown there.
He pulled that out of nowhere. That's going to be on highlight reels for years.
You know, it's not a big basketball factory when it comes to players joining the NBA from West Virginia, but they do have some representation from their alumni base.
And all time, you have some big names on the list. But in the last few years, it's been pretty sparse. Still, this team remains competitive without having NBA-level talent.
Pass to Nelson. Thompson. Outside Miller. And he banks in the layup.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Pearson outside. Pass to Harden. Up top, West. Brand. Back to West. Takes the three. Nelson grabs the miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
You guys, West Virginia, they've come alive in the last few seasons. Also, they went through a change of conferences not too long ago.
For so long, the Mountaineers were playing in a conference on the East Coast. Now they are facing off against teams like Oklahoma and Texas Tech. A lot more travel time involved from West Virginia, but so far they've held up pretty good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
To the paint. Shot to stop the run. Stevenson with the bucket, getting it done inside.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Nelson. Now here's Junior. Count that one.
Well, it's obvious that Junior is a tough kid. I mean, he sticks with the play even through the contact there.
Here's Pearson. Timeout called here. The Mountaineers decide to talk things over. We've seen Thompson really having a great game.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
You know, one thing that makes these games so compelling is the influx of new play styles. Some of these players could be the prototype of what's to come for the NBA.
Well, these players all bring to the court the latest ideas and techniques, stuff they picked up online or in games with friends, and they're less afraid to try new things.
Yeah, you know, they haven't really fully defined their comfort zone yet, so there's a willingness, actually an eagerness to stretch your abilities and really test yourself out there. I love that.
Pass to Wolf. Back to West. Outside Sanders. West. Here's Wolf. 4 on the clock. The 3 ball. And again, it's Syracuse with the 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Paul can't hit. And here's Sanders. Here's Wolf. Sanders, guarded by Hernandez. Pass to West. And here's Junior. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. One thing that makes these games extra special to me is that we could be seeing parts of the future NBA championship team out there.
You know, if only you could pick them out, right? Forecast the future a bit. I agree. That question in the back of your mind, is this a future MVP? Adds another layer of interest.
It's tough to think about how many of these players have that dream for themselves, knowing only the very best are going to take that next step and join the league.
Junior high post. And it's West Virginia with the rebound. White outside. Pass to Weaver. Here's Tavares. The 3 is up. That shot off the mark. And so Syracuse takes this one by a big margin.
And it's interesting that they were able to win so comfortably despite an off game from Junior. He's got to be grateful to have that kind of talent alongside him.
You know, this one got out of hand, actually was a laugher, but his enthusiasm tempered a bit by the fact he knows he can play better. And guys, I know he will.
And that'll wrap it up for us. Until next time, good night.
Junior, why'd you dunk the ball like that? I saw an opportunity to make a big play. Hey, why'd you dunk the ball like that? Felt like the right time to energize the team. All right, you're going to have to make a decision about what type of player you're going to be, how you're going to represent yourself and this school. Would your dad have made that play?
Listen, Coach, if I stepped out of line and you don't want me to do it again, fine. I can make the adjustment.
All right, Junior, I'm going to tell you a story. All right, now I'm at my school. I'm bleeding our colors, but I lived on the bench. One particular game, everybody was in foul trouble, so I get tossed in. Now I'm thinking, good, it's my moment. I'm going to give them the razzle-dazzle, behind the back pass, crossover, step back, I do the kitchen sink.
You showed out.
Absolutely, I wanted to show that I belonged in the rotation and off the bench. We ended up winning by 2. I'm thinking, I'm on cloud 9, life's complete.
Why do I get the feeling that this story does not have a happy ending?
Well, Coach pulls me aside and he tells me I'm back on the bench. He says we should have won by 10, but I made the game about myself, my ego. Every time I wanted to do something special or fancy, we dropped possessions. I was mad. He was wrong. Then I saw the tape. You know what happens next, or you're just tired of listening to me talk.
I'm mad because I'm listening.
Look, Junior, win or lose, play the game the right way. Now, if you think that dunk was the right play, that's fine, but you're going to have to live with that. And there may be some unintended consequences. You got me?
Got you, Coach.
All right.
Smiling, huh? Man, don't worry about that.
All in all, smiling.
man.
Look
Here
at
you go.
you, boy.
Hey, thank you for bringing me here. This place is amazing.
I come here every Monday when Madison's playing. So easy to get one-dimensional with like everything that we do, like training and film sessions and travel. And I just want to see so much that's out of that bubble, you know? Like I have to.
Yeah. Well, I haven't found that thing yet.
No? Why not?
That is a great question, especially because it's so direct.
Well, that's what college is for, right? Figuring out who you are, and you're exposed to so much just if you're open to it. Like all of this makes me so good at soccer in the long run. Like at least I like to think it does.
You play for the Canadian national team too?
I'm an alternate right now, but yeah, every time I get in line and they sing, "Oh Canada," I get chills. Like I can't wait. School lets me take assignments on the road as a special arrangement.
Hold on. If my memory serves me correct, you said basketball players get the treat.
Yeah.
That's what you
Okay.
said, right?
Yes.
Basketball.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I
just
did.
checking.
Okay,
Just checking.
but you know what I'm saying, right? Right?
Yeah, I do. Everywhere I go, people are asking me about the games, win or lose.
Especially those.
Yeah, expectations are high, but yeah, I get it. Fans, they take everything so personal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to filter out all that noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I struggle with it sometimes.
Being good at this, it's a responsibility, man.
Man, it's just all going by so fast. And I just want to appreciate this moment. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tim.
Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as they be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, them clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching, these facts and these beats. Dolce & Gabbana on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean. Drink, I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Right now, alarm, it was 2 minutes. I shit bit off like a message. Time to heat this up, what's the temperature? For some reason,
You know Alex Williams. Airball Alex Williams? You don't know her show? Bro, what?
Should I?
Yes! She's one of the top national college basketball influencers, and she's blowing up for the Dope Blunt podcast and video channels. You gotta take it seriously. Because them NBA draft fans definitely do.
All right, I'll check out.
No. You're gonna do it now because she's all over you. Right here, she singled you out and issued a challenge. Roll down. And she even hit me on my socials to make sure you got it.
Let me see her. Okay, so I meet this challenge and then what?
I'm sure she'll have you on the show.
And if I don't?
She'll bury you. I seen it happen before. Stone cold ruthless.
All right, fine. She wants to go, we can go. I ain't never been afraid of no challenge.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting night of college basketball presented by 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Syracuse Orange as they play against the UConn Huskies. Along with analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Forrest Hunt. Tonight, we get a look at some of the next generation of NBA stars.
You know, that's one of my favorite parts of watching these games, seeing what kind of dynamic, new, fresh players will soon be headed to the league.
Yeah, plenty of NBA hopefuls on these two teams. It'll be interesting to see who really distinguishes themselves from the pack.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open.
You know, the Huskies have not always been a premier basketball program. Had success early on in the 20th century, but then burst back onto the scene in the early 90s in a big way nationally.
And they had a great coaching staff that led them from the late 80s into the modern times. The Huskies have consistently been a top team in the country. They've been a #1 seed in the tournament 5 times since 1990. And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Now here's Scott. Nice D from Miller. Thompson outside. Yes! And it's Junior picking up the assist.
And we knew what Thompson was thinking here. It's no secret he's out to distinguish himself as a top college prospect from beyond the arc.
Back to Macy. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Pass to Wolf. Thompson up top. Down it goes for 2 points.
Boy, Red's been a really quick study, a fast learner in how to exploit angles to be an effective scorer inside. That includes being able to play through contact.
The UConn Huskies, they find a lot of players from the New York area. It's a big pipeline in their recruitment process.
Well, a number of prep stars in New York have the dream of playing at UConn. It really has been a heck of a relationship. The city that never sleeps, speaking of New York, and the UConn Huskies basketball program.
And the basket by Macy.
And that's how you read the floor. Offensively, Smith seems to always know what's going on.
Back to Thompson. Miller. Thompson outside. Here's Jackson. Hits the jumper in space. UConn trailing. Outside, Smith. Back to Scott. Outside, Macy. Pass to Scott. Out to the right wing. Here's Smith. Macy on the wing. Back to Smith. Scott. 5 on the clock. Webb misses.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
To the paint. Banked in off the glass.
It's all about keeping one's balance, like watching Junior accept the hit and still be able to finish.
And as great as the UConn men's program has been, it is just a small star in the galaxy of the women's program. You talk about dominant, excellent, championship, 11 titles, and always near the top of the polls on the women's side. They are unlike any other women's program in just about any sport.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Now here's Thompson. He has 5. Pass to Jackson. Here's Wolf. Junior. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Back to Scott. Pass to Beasley. Now here's Smith. He's guarded by West. Here's Porter. Beasley. And again, UConn, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Nelson. Here's Junior. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3, looking sharp.
How about the Connecticut Huskies? 4 national titles for this small school on the East Coast. They won it in 99, 04, 2011, and 2014. Jim Calhoun built it from scratch, and they've got a heck of a pedigree now.
Now here's Smith. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Porter. Smith, he's guarded by West. Here's Fletcher, Junior with the block. And they'll turn it over, unable to get a shot off. 30. Each of those titles, special and unique in their own way.
The 1999 one put the team on the map as a major program in college hoops. 2004, they had a loaded team. Also, the women won the title in that same season. The 2014 title was special as they were a 7th seed and had to play themselves into the tournament.
Now here's Scott. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
You guys, many are wondering if Junior is stepping into a leadership role with this team. The fans feel he's a key star to this program's success this season, and he should be a leader.
Tell you what, there are a lot of upperclassmen who can lead the way on this team, and yet you can't argue that Junior has the talent that warrants a leadership role, even though he's only a freshman.
Here's Jackson on the wing, Junior. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming up. That's on Macy.
Boy, Junior does a nice job with the pump fakes. Really hard to predict when he's going to get that defender off balance.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Smith. Pass to Beasley. Now Macy. Now here's Smith. Here's Beasley. Macy with it. Jackson grabs the board.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Beasley. The 3 from Smith. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half now in the books. It's the Orange. And through the first half of play, what about Junior's performance stands out?
Solid play for him. Picked his spots. We'll see if he dials up his aggressiveness in the second half.
Well, his motor just usually revs a little higher. Staying in the flow is one thing, but I expect him to have more of an impact, to be quite frank with you. You know, part of the reasons the Huskies have been so dominant is they've consistently had elite centers come through the program. Dominant big guys have anchored a lot of their success.
And Andre Drummond, the latest dominant big out of UConn. Often they'll be elite on the defensive end as well. UConn has had 2 college defensive players of the year who won the award a total of 4 times.
He hits 1 and misses 1 each at the line.
You know, what I like most about Junior is how he stays confident, composed, and focused. I mean, even when he's going through a tough stretch, for a young player that's just developing, he's got a lot of self-confidence.
5 attempts for him at the line tonight, and he's made 3. Good on both. And here's Macy. Outside Scott. Back to Macy. Smith. Pass to Scott from deep. Here's Webb. And the dunk by Webb. Now here's Miller. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Thompson outside. Here's Jackson. Back to Thompson. Pass to Junior. The jump hook. Thompson pulls it in.
And you know, Junior, the son of the legendary Duke. You know, Duke was a standout from Newark in his own right. But unfortunately and sadly, he passed just before Junior started playing organized basketball.
And you have to wonder if that's what spurred Junior to take up the family sport. Junior has probably heard all about the greatness of Duke his whole life. Now it's time for him to write his own name in Newark lore.
Now here's Miller. Stolen by Scott. It's Smith on the wing. Back to Scott. Macy. Outside, Smith. And Macy with the stop.
Well, I like Smith's scoring. I also like his unselfishness. He's pretty much always looking out for teammates.
Pass to Miller. There's the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Red Thompson.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now Scott, defended by Miller. Thompson with the ball. Macy. Plays it up and banks it in.
And the UConn Huskies with a ton of players in the NBA. Kemba Walker, the big name right now, but he's just the latest in a long list. The team does a great job of identifying and developing their talent.
Now here's Miller. And it's slammed in by Miller. Timeout called the Huskies. For the Huskies, guys, it's a lengthy list of active NBA players.
Because UConn as a program has done such an outstanding job of developing talent, it feeds on itself. They continue to be able to recruit outstanding players from all over the country because those younger players have seen the job UConn does in developing those who play for the Huskies.
Now here's Scott. Shot from 16 and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Outside, Nelson. Starks. Outside, West. Pass to Junior. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Scott.
Well, you can see Junior's grit right there. His willingness to get physical, meet the contact, and draw fouls. That bodes well for his future and actually bodes well for the present, too.
Good on the second free throw. In college basketball, rankings are everything. Do you guys have a preference between a scrappy underdog or a dominant top seed?
I gotta go with that powerhouse top seed team. There's a reason those teams earn that ranking through the course of the regular season.
I love the unpredictability of these games. Always fun to see an underdog team defy expectations and grab the W.
Now here's Starks. Outside West. Starks. Good on the shot.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Fletcher. Here's Porter. Here's Lowe. He's guarded by West. The jump hook. That one doesn't drop.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. Always a good idea to go up strong inside. Junior draws contact and gets to the line.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Here's Beasley. Here's Fletcher. He's guarded by Nelson. Pass to Beasley. Here's Fletcher. 6 on the shot clock. Now Smith. Starks with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Huskies able to retain possession here. Here's Lowe. Given how players come and go from college teams, the only real consistency we get year to year are the coaches.
Well, you know, that and the mascots. But absolutely, for a lot of these teams, coach is kind of the de facto star. And given how rapidly the lineups change, it's really a unique challenge to succeed as a coach at this level because of all the roster turnover every couple of years.
I have to agree with that. You're constantly reshaping your approach in reaction to your latest recruits and losses. It's an impressive balancing act they have to pull off.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
From deep, Smith. He can't get that one. And Syracuse will come the other way. To the middle. And the dunk by Junior.
And what you got to appreciate about Junior, he never lets his foot off the pedal. Just a machine out there.
Now a timeout called by UConn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here's Thompson. Off the inbounds, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
A big part of what elevates the excitement of these college games has got to be the die-hard fans who are so unrelenting in their support of their teams.
You got that right. These crowds stay amped up for the entire game. The dedication of these fans is truly second to none.
Yeah, you know, these fans will do about anything to fire their teams up and give them an edge. That's why a lot of these schools really literally think of their fans as the sixth man.
The basket good off the assist from Thompson.
Good recognition there from Thompson, sizing up the defense and getting it to a wide open player.
Outside, Smith. Macy. Webb, covered by Junior. That shot off the mark. Pass to Miller. to the inside. Junior, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Some young players just have that grown man strength. Junior taking it right to the defender.
And here's Webb, covered by Junior. Webb with it. Junior's there. Webb can't hit. The spectacle of college basketball is certainly one of its big draws. These young athletes are giving 100% effort for every minute of the game.
That's why I think you get such an exciting pace for these games at this level. These players are really hungry to go out there and prove themselves on the big national stage.
Yeah, every player on the floor is looking to have a career-making performance. Who knows? Could be some NBA scouting.
And so Syracuse takes this one by a big margin.
And the strong performance from Junior, a big reason they won it going away. I mean, he never let up on the gas pedal. Pedal to the metal by Junior.
And that's the killer instinct that teams are looking for at the next level. With performances like this one, definitely improving his draft stock, if you ask me.
And that concludes our broadcast. Thanks for being with us. Catch you next time.
Yes, this is a good thing. We got the W. You did your thing. Alex Williams is going to be hyping you up for sure.
I'm just glad we got the win. It's one step closer to the tournament.
And Alex Williams, both can be true, Junior.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm about the team. That's my mentality. Always has been, always will be. Alex Williams or no Alex Williams.
Yeah, and I hear that. But look, at this level and the next level, the media's going to overanalyze every move we make on and off the court. And it's affecting the team because they're hearing it and they're reading it. If Alex Williams is burying you, then y'all did. But look, the draft stock will rise. You see?
I ain't mad at that. As long as we keep winning, everything else will take care of itself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
What's up, Junior? Good to see you.
You too, Arch. I gotta walk.
So look, I'll get right to the point. I know what happened between Coach Bishop and I is still eating at you.
Yeah, it didn't sit right. But I want everything to work out between us, but Coach Bishop don't trust you. He just wants what's best for me.
Hey, so do I.
You still want to get paid if I make it to the NBA, which is fair.
You know, I got you here.
You did?
You made your choice of schools. I never tried to nudge you either way.
That's right.
I was surviving before we met, Junior, and I'd still be surviving if you decided to never play basketball.
Look, Art, you got me here. And I love this place and what I'm trying to accomplish for this school, but things can change if I don't feel like they're working out. I just want that to be clear.
You don't have a contract. That's clear. All I can do is keep trying to earn your trust.
Okay.
So, you ready to see what the inside word on your draft stock is?
Definitely.
All right, so look, I gathered all my intel into one place for you to take a look at, but it can update as the season goes.
Okay, so what's this all supposed to mean right now?
Nothing yet, but it'll all shape up as we get closer to the end of the season. Just keep winning, keep your numbers up, your stock will rise.
If we're losing and I'm not producing, then it'll fall.
Maybe not. I was gonna say it's not that simple, but it kinda is.
All right. Work to do.
So,
Catch you later, Arch.
that way.
Can I help you?
You're Junior, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Alex Williams. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How'd you get on the bus?
How did I get on the bus?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised by how many people think Press Pass means all access. Can I say what a pleasure it is to meet Mr. Big Time Professor?
Drop 2,500 just on some gear. I don't, you know my pills. Since that's a head too far from the real.